So what's up? This is the podcast with no name, apparently. I'm Rodimus, funny ass comedian. What do I do for a living, you ask? Well, I'm not a known comedian, which is probably why I only have like 300 people following me right now on Instagram. Because I don't dress up like a woman and do, stupid Dominicans are so Dominican jokes. But I'm gonna work on that just so I get more followers. I work with drug addicts and I do housing. And I know that's really random and stuff, but that's what I do. I'm kind of a hero, so, just no cape.
Yeah, I also work with the drug addicts during the day. I'm a vigilante by night. My name is James. I tell some jokes as well. Worked on a few creative endeavors, and I'm just a featured guest on the Nameless podcast.
We found you on the street and brought you up.
Found me in the street because I needed a home. These guys, I'm so gracious to Rodimus and Sergio.
Yeah, the weekend joined us.
Dude, that was great because the last time we did the podcast, it took so long to get guests on, and now we're starting with the first episode.
I mean,
Mind your business if you still want to look at those episodes.
It ended in controversy, but it was there's definitely a pube hair on the floor over here. It's so random, but.
Still better than shooting in your apartment.
You get what you pay
I mean,
for.
I love my apartment. It's cozy and it's dope, but it was just,
Those pubes, you know where they are. You know where.
I know whose pubes those are. There's definitely a pube.
I trust when I go into your apartment where we shot our last podcast. I trust whose ever pubes those are.
Yeah.
Even anyway, even if they're yours. I'm Serge. I was also in nonprofits for years and years and years. And now I am the showrunner of this and trying to turn my TV show into
showrunner.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. Relax.
No, I just
relax.
I'm the do shit guy.
It's my equipment.
He does do stuff. Serge does, which is why I fucked with you, Serge.
Serge, tell us what you do. Tell us what you do. I just met you today, and I'm fascinated. I'm in awe.
I do video and photography, right? And then I think me and Rodimus here, we got. Well, I don't have a day job anymore. I freelance, but you do, and we're trying to make our dreams. You got a pilot, I got a pilot that we're trying to get made.
Yeah. So essentially, Sergio is a dream chaser, as am I. And the reason I fucks with this dude is because he actually does stuff. I'm like, Serge, he's one of the few guys that I've worked with that stays on pace. You know what I mean? Doesn't get discouraged by bullshit. Some of the stuff you've told me in activism, I'm like, wow, I would never in a million fucking years do that. But you do it, and that's pretty fucking gangster. You're like Tupac, which is his middle fucking name.
Oh my god.
Legitimately, his name is Sergio Tupac.
It's the LeBron James
on my
of
business
teamwork.
cards.
Yeah.
That gets me through the airport really, really fast. That's all because it's on my passport.
Shameless plugs.
No shame.
Yeah, right. So I try and get through stuff on people that are about it, and when Rodimus calls me and says, "Yo, I want you to come record me." Make jokes about degrading women. I'm like, all right,
listen, I don't degrade women. That's terrible, man.
Yeah.
This woman accused me of that the other day, which is fucking horrible because it isn't true. I do consider myself a feminist. I have 5 fucking sisters and I was raised by only women. But, I say things that are sometimes honest, and it's always privileged white women that get offended by that shit. They just need a reason to fucking bitch and moan. You're fucking sexist because they want to spick. That's really what they want to say. So if they say it's sexist, they can get away with it. So fuck you.
Which is why I want to dedicate this to we're talking about horrible days because obviously Prince died yesterday and Bernie Sanders lost, which for some people was a big deal. I was actually at the after party, the defeat party for Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
And so he was losing, and we found out that Akai Gurley, his killer, the cop that killed him because he was too pussy to walk through a project staircase without having his gun drawn.
In the pink houses, bro. You know better, bro. You know better.
Yeah.
It's a real rookie move, man.
Yeah, so he's not getting
terrible day. That's a terrible day.
Yeah, but then I found out one of the young women that inspired a character for my pilot for the TV show died, drug overdose. She was 19 years old, and what I remember about her, she came from probably the roughest household I've ever seen, and I basically knocked doors in the hood trying to organize people to fight for their freedom, but she was just so bright and so young, and you wouldn't necessarily see her at the front lines or writing a paper about social justice and all this, but she's the kind of person that I would try to bring into this movement. And she would have fucking loved your sense of humor. She would have been real about it, She was just real. So and I feel a lot of the people that kind of have their heads up their asses you know, you as a comic,
Yeah.
they come after you for your words. Me as an organizer, they're there because they want to be so-called social justice warriors, but they fuck it up because they don't make it a fun space to be in.
Yeah.
For girls like Leslie, right?
Yeah.
So she's no longer with us, but hopefully she'll live on in the show.
That's intense, man. And you found out about this on Tuesday?
Yeah, at the fucking bar while like the canvas director for like the Bernie Sanders campaign
I'm so
was
sorry.
like trying to talk to me about like, well, what do you think went wrong in the streets? Because I've experienced that. I'm just like, dude, I'm like writing a Facebook memoir. I'm drunk right now.
Yeah.
Like writing about how this chick was like there. Like every time I would think she dropped out of activism, like the overwhelming majority of people, like I would put out a call for something and she would comment straight like, you know.
Wait, what was she from Buffalo?
She's from Buffalo, yeah. I live
like
in Buffalo.
the hood in Buffalo.
Hood in Buffalo.
Oh my god!
Dude, that's
do you
rough.
guys know anything about like the hood in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Is so bad.
I went to SUNY Buffalo for a year. Like that, you can get drugs immediately. Like,
Yes.
it's amazing. But then you can also get stabbed. Like once you leave, like the
That's
campus.
that's like going back to old.
I went to Buffalo a few times and it was like I was like I don't want to come here. First of all, it's mad cold and it's so if you're like in the wrong part, it's so hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could go like what's like one of the worst neighborhoods in the city is like probably like Brownsville or something, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I gotta find
And it just it fucking pales in comparison. Just like even the hoods in like Syracuse and Binghamton, they're so bad.
Downtown Buffalo is a mess. It's a mess. It has a lot of crime per capita. I don't remember what fucking number, but it's a
And
lot.
mad meth houses. Meth is like a huge problem out there. At least I know it is in Binghamton for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and Binghamton has the highest percentage of pedophiles.
You're one of Binghamton's most wanted
What?
from back in the day.
How so? Oh, because it was a warrant for my arrest.
You just be the wild kid out there.
Yeah, but like what I did, I was
Started
like,
your
that
own
was like
frat,
fun-loving stuff.
You
But
said
these
you
guys
started
are
your own
like,
frat?
I did. Well, not my own frat, my own chapter. of
No
frat.
chapter. Okay.
Yeah, Sergio's in it. He's in my gang.
No doubt.
That's
Yeah.
what his last name. That's his name. It's Tupac.
Yeah. Dude, so I rode my bike all the way through Brownsville to get to Howard Beach. And I was wearing all red, like a red button up.
Oh, you did it to yourself.
A do-rag and a red hat. Like, yeah, I braided my hair, so I had a do-rag. Nobody gave me shit in Brooklyn. And I rode the entire length of Pitkin Avenue. Once I cross and get into the Queens border, that's when people start talking shit. And like their cars, like, yeah, your head is whack. I'm just like, it's fucking like, something about fake hood people. It's
Yeah.
just fake tough people.
Such a Jamie Kennedy move out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you remember Jamie Kennedy? Holy shit, the Jamie Kennedy experiment. I used to watch that show. I wanted to like it. I really did. I really wanted to like it. You got that movie. That's a banger for the movie.
Well, we're gonna actually do some shit like that on this podcast.
Prank call and
It's not ready in time for the pilot episode, but oh man, we're gonna fuck some on some racist getting fired.tumblr.com type shit.
Yeah.
Which I know is big. Hopefully
We're
our
gonna target some racistas.
racistas, yeah.
get those trolls, man.
The trolls. And it's
We're gonna
open
troll
season.
the trolls.
It's open season because thanks to Trump's campaign, they feel more confident than ever to expose themselves.
That's good. Visibility is always good. I don't like the, condescending, hey, we don't really like you, but we like you kind of. I like it when it's out in the forefront. I think that's something
Yeah,
that I appreciate.
I can respect that a little bit. I remember one time, this was years ago when I was in college. I'm not sure if you remember, there was this whole Day Without an Immigrant movement.
May 1st, 2006.
Yeah, so everyone had to wear white and all this stuff. So I was out there and I was protesting, and this I forgot what the fuck we were chanting.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago. I'm so old.
Fucking years ago.
This fucking kid got right in my face because he was doing it like there was a bunch of people getting right in. He got right in my face. He was like, "You fucking I was like, and he yelled some other shit. I don't remember what exactly he yelled, and I was like, I will fuck you up right now. He walked away.
Was he a college kid or was he
He
like
was a college kid. He was another college kid. We had a class together.
Yeah.
Later that semester.
Dude, college kids on campuses can use like the shit that I seen. Like,
I seen the following semester.
I feel like my high school was more civilized than my fucking university that I went to. It's the amount of fucking just like racist kids and dumb shit that went down.
I don't really care if someone's racist. I feel like you're entitled to feel like however you feel. Just don't be disrespectful to me. You know what I mean? Like don't get in my face about some like, are you crazy? Violence can happen to you, man.
Yeah.
Like that shit is a possibility. Like if you get in my face, I might swing on you. I'm just saying.
I was at Amherst like last month, and like they had like feces swastikas. Like you would not suspect that from like a very liberal,
super
progressive
liberal.
school. But yeah, I mean it's all over the place. I mean, that's why we need more Prince music. I'm so glad that we're finally like I've never seen Purple Rain, but that's something I'm trying to get into. Such a shitty day yesterday, finding out that he passed.
2 days in a row of shit.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he died, and it's sad,
but I need more of that soul.
Yeah.
More of that funk, more of that.
I like when doves cry. I remember I used to listen to that, and my favorite part was, maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never sad. I love that part. I'm like, yo, man. Because I would cause you've seen the video, right? Of when doves cry.
Again, I'm a little too young for all that.
I mean, you're older than me, man.
I wasn't pop culturally aware until late. I was a nerd. On the come up.
Good song.
I know.
What's that shit? You're lumping your throat, little fucking goosebumps.
I didn't get goosebumps because I didn't know Prince, right? So like this chick, on Facebook, I'm not gonna say her name, but she's one of my friends on Facebook. It's like, I need to get off Facebook for a little bit. I'm fucking devastated that Prince died. I'm like, did you know? Like, I don't get, like, I mean, yeah, it's sad that he died, but you're fucking devastated. Like, you didn't give a shit about fucking cops getting away with murder. Mm-hmm. You didn't post when the whole horrible shit happened with Sarah Bland or the whole controversy with Bernie Sanders in the election. You didn't post about the controversy with Hillary Clinton and the fucking emails and shit. Like, it's shit that you probably should be devastated and really concerned about. Oh, but Prince passing away.
Yeah, like Palestine, Yemen,
Saudi
Arabia. Like, whoa, this guy touched millions of souls and hearts. But
Westeros, all the news is crazy. Violence everywhere.
It's...
Or the fact that for a while we were on the path legitimately towards World War III for a little while.
But dude, there violence and civility go hand in hand. Like, we have society enforced by violence. So I don't know.
Of course, yeah. Violence can be a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Rodimus. That's one of those statements. I don't know. You're gonna learn to love me. You're gonna learn. You get on task now.
No, I mean, listen. When you call the people are like, don't commit crimes because of jail. Isn't that violence committed against you? Your freedom stripped from you.
I totally agree. And I agree. It's funny. I grew up with like the John Stossel kind of libertarian. Yeah. I just watch. Like he's like I look at him now as like a so-called progressive, and like they make him out to be an asshole. But it's like when you're like a kid.
Yeah.
And you hate rules, and you're watching 2020, and he's like railing against like lawsuits for ridiculous shit. Like, you identify with him, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to watch so much 2020, man.
Yeah.
I did because it was right after TGIF. You remember that?
I used to watch these lines
with Deborah. What was it? With Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters.
John Stossel.
Yeah, and who was that? It was John Stossel, the old guy that like.
He had the cop mustache.
Oh yeah, I remember that dude.
He was always outraged that people would sue because like there'd be like a river and like some kid would jump in it and maybe he'd get hurt, so they'd sue, so they had to put up a fence or something. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck fences.
Fences are stupid, you dumb kid.
We should outlaw fences in all 50 states.
But I agree with that shit. But then like most of the people that listen to him are like, they agree with that shit, but also like, yeah, let's also get rid of the immigrants to the problem. It's like, how the fuck do you get
to building now we're building a wall, like
fences and Mexicans are just ruining this country.
and that is the cognitive dissonance.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I've taken a lot of I love to road trip, right? So I remember a few years ago I did a trip and I visited, I think it was 11 states. Nah, I didn't hit brothels. I hit states, right?
The titties were amazing in Wyoming, just by the way.
So this is all during what was it that was going on? It was the whole fucking
Left on 9/15.
Yeah, it was what was it that was going on? We were waiting on the verdict to hear about what happened with Timmy, what was his name? The kid with the hoodie, man. The George Zimmerman.
Yeah, you were out of the country.
I feel ashamed that I couldn't remember his name because there's been so many atrocities.
Trayvon Martin, bro.
The whole Trayvon Martin thing, right? So I was at some pit stop and some trucker stop, like eating garbage.
Where?
Somewhere in Texas. So,
oh shit! Wow.
So my friend and I are the only like men of color there. I mean, there were other like Latinos around, but they were like working outside, and they were all Mexican. So
yeah. And you didn't look Mexican. So
I don't look Mexican at all. Like I look when I grew out a beard, and I had a full on beard. I had a full beard. They thought I was like, usually they'll think I'm Arab or something. And my friend, he's a black Dominican. So we're there.
A Dominican.
Yeah, Dominican. He's a dark skinned Dominican or whatever. So we're there and we're watching the whole thing, and then like these like there's like we just felt the glare of these like trucker dudes just like staring at us. Like, yo, we should probably get the fuck out of here. Like a lot of people. The thing is, because we live in New York City, and we're kind of like everyone's kind of really progressive. Well, not everyone, but for the most part, people are progressive, and they're gonna be racist.
No one's gonna shoot you because they don't allowed to have guns, basically.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of liberals and shit here, but like my man, you leave this place, you could even go to upstate New York, and it's very fucking different.
Maybe we're our first our first target might be
upstate New York.
Can't wait. Anyway,
I'm ready to troll, man.
You can't just leave me in suspense.
We must turn trolling into a weapon of social justice. You know, we are not turning the other fucking cheek.
Take the night back.
We are not.
Take the night back.
Take the night.
Right now.
I will not go quiet into that good night.
Dude, you know where I was? Do you know where I was for the Zimmerman verdict?
Where?
The fucking it was in the Buffalo. It was the Albany alumni. So for those who don't know, but mostly of our listeners are probably going to be in the whole Latino collegiate thing. The alum from each state school have a big barbecue at Riverside over the summer. It's huge. It's thousands of people. Everyone's getting drunk, dancing and shit. There's a DJ. So we were there. Like there's like 3,000 of like our old classmates, like black and brown people from like SUNY Albany, SUNY Buffalo, SUNY whatever. Yeah. And so like I had I actually went to Alex Rice was there. Of course he knows everybody, so I went to him really over there. Told the DJ to announce the verdict when it comes. This is gonna come like any minute now. So I was there and like in my like okay, and it was the verdict obviously was like not guilty. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna riot now, yeah. There's 3,000 of us. We're in Harlem, like, and it's just everyone's like just felt castrated about the whole thing. It was just down.
It's disillusioning sometimes. I mean, even the Bernie Sanders results, like when you realize he won the majority of New York State but not New York City. Obviously, he goes by districts and population. It's just really frustrating that a lot of the minority community didn't. I'm frustrated, maybe I'm frustrated that a lot of the black and Latino people in New York City did not necessarily support Bernie's ideology. I felt like that they really had a lot to gain from that. I feel like visibility and awareness was an issue. I don't know. What do you feel about that?
It's all name recognition.
Well, Hillary's the incumbent, and like he's building a lot of momentum late, but he could have definitely used this same amount of visibility 2 months ago, even in the South. I don't know in this prime. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what his campaign staff is. I mean, I'm sure they have to make a choice to play their strengths or try to improve their weaknesses. So I'll tell you about a workshop actually I did as an LSU bro right after the Haiti earthquake to Poder, which is the Puerto Rican and Dominican club. They have the Puerto Rican and Dominican club, and then they got the other Latino club, which is the Latin.
There's a Puerto Rican and Dominican club.
Well, it's a Puerto Rican.
It's good.
Originally the Puerto Rican group.
It just
and so it's the hood Spanish kids and like the immigrant like always wear a button up.
Spanish kids. It seems so divisive.
And I'm like the only Peruvian with because that's the way my life went.
Yeah.
But and the other one, so I did the presentation was about the Haiti earthquake, and it was basically a presentation saying like, hey, look, the Red Cross is corrupt and inept. Here's like 6 or 7 other groups that are doing relief for the Haiti earthquake.
Yale Haiti, really.
Yeah, Yale had their issues, I'm sure, and like so we went through all of it, like the good and the bad, the ugly. But like there were groups that are run by black people, there were groups that are run by like radicals, and like all right, so now then here's do an anonymous vote, piece of paper. Who do you want to donate money to? 70% of the fucking class still wanted to donate to the Red Cross. After what I showed them happen, you know.
Because of the brand, yeah.
The brand, yeah, they still, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's
wear those fucking Nikes, man. But A6 is doing really good. They're really green. But they know the Nikes, man.
Yeah.
So every woke person, and especially every woke person in color at one point throws their hands up, and it's like, fucking A. Like even Malcolm X had that moment. Like fucking, you know, people.
It's hard.
People.
It's like the Matrix. That's what the Matrix was about. When Morpheus was explaining to Neo how there's people that they'll fight to keep the Matrix alive, even though the Matrix is against them, and that those are the people they're fighting to save. They will fight actively against them because they know nothing other than that. You know, and the battle is for your mind and your soul, bro.
It's sometimes the illusion of being a part of the elite class also. I feel like sometimes that propels you to go against your own people.
Of course, because like now everyone is kind of like a fucking pseudo-celebrity with this Instagram and all this stuff. Like everyone's a pseudo-celebrity.
They got a little buzz, huh?
Yeah, like...
Dude, I was thinking about that. I was so grateful. My dad, when he immigrated here from Peru, opened up a mechanic. He became a mechanic, he opened up a shop. He owned his own business.
Yeah.
So I grew up, the son of a small business owner, but thank God he never had the delusion that he was ever going to be a millionaire. So like he doesn't like buy into the shit.
Yeah.
That
Kept you
like-
grounded, man. That's a great way to be raised because you realize that there is upward mobility, but at the same time you kind of understand like.
You understand that you could have a $70,000 or $700,000 business. You're not even in the same species as like a billionaire.
But
Like Donald Trump, like.
yeah. And what do you want at the end of the day, right? Isn't it what you want in life that determines your success?
Yeah.
It's relative, really. I don't know. It's not always about the dollar chasing. It's about like activism and fighting for what you believe in. You know what I mean? Like I definitely, have been in some of these not riots, but like movements and stuff like that. Getting your eyeballs scanned. It's really.
They give you an eyeball scan.
They scan your eyeballs, man. Especially
What
if you look
the
like
fuck?
me.
Are you serious?
I'm like a bearded dude. They scan your eyeballs.
That's really scary. I wouldn't let nobody scan my eyeball, man. Fuck out of here.
You have pretty big eyeballs too.
I do. It'd be so easy to fucking scan. Hell no, man. Like the end of time shit is fucking here, man. This shit is weird.
It's Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
Marvel versus DC.
You know what? I want to say something now that you bring up Marvel versus fucking DC, right? I love,
Marvel.
and this is a really, so pretend we had like a great transition, right? So
I thought it was seamless, bro.
right. So I love superhero movies, right? Because it's superheroes punching the shit out of each other because bad guys are bad, whatever. And so like I grew up watching the cartoons of most of this stuff, like Captain America, Batman, Superman, all that shit. I never really read the comic books, not because I didn't want to. I had like 2 or 3 comic books growing up as a kid. Comic books were really fucking expensive when I was a kid. So I didn't have like volumes of like comic books and shit. Like I was poor. I didn't have.
Yeah, they weren't 5 cents, right?
They were not 5 cents. Like they were in fucking 1939 or whatever the fuck they were. They were expensive. So like, whatever. I grew up watching it, and now these movies are great, and it's weird to see grown men having these fucking intense conversations that are borderline about to like turn into a fist fight about how they prefer one thing. It was like become Bloods versus Crips on this fucking DC versus. I was like, well, I was watching this DC movie, and the DC movie was just so unrealistic because Marvel just does a better job. I was like, shut the fuck up, you pussy. Like, I hate everything about you, fat, pimply face. I don't understand. Like, you look up to fucking heroes your entire life, these like fictitious characters, and you look like that. Why don't you try and like, emulate some of that? I don't know.
I want them to talk about the underlying like propaganda and World War II themes in almost every comic book. Like,
Exactly.
What's that about?
Exactly. Like Captain America is a fucking warmonger. He's a warmonger. Like the guy is on roids.
I still can't wait to see that movie coming out May 6th.
Yeah,
Brought to you by Samuel Adams Summer Ale.
Oh my god, really? We just giving away free shit? You better fucking give us something. Pay my fucking student loans, Samuel Adams.
This is where it starts.
You bastard.
Yes.
I'm ready to sell out. I just need someone to pay my student loans. Oh my god, it'd be amazing. I fucking join.
I haven't even like checked what my status is with those things.
So I have my master's, right, in public administration. And the only time, I shit you not, that I remember that I have a master's is when I get emails talking about, you owe us money, nigga. Like, that's the only time I remember it. My master's is on my fucking nightstand. I never even hung it up.
Shit. Gotta get into plugs.
Yeah.
Tenemos 5 minutos.
Okay.
Alright, our guest today, talk about what you do, where we can find you online.
Well, I'm not on social media. I'm actually being hunted down for various reasons. No, I'm not on social media. My name is... Well, that as well. I actually graduated from a CUNY. They saved a lot of money going to CUNY school. But yeah, I'm a local comedian. Do some shows. I actually was at a show Rodimus plugged me on, Think Coffee.
Yeah.
On Bowery. Every last Monday of the month, we do some comedy there. It's pretty dope.
We're there this Monday, so you can come check us out.
It's the 25th, right?
Mm-hmm.
April 25th.
Is it the 25th or the 25th?
I'm fairly certain it's 25th.
Okay.
But yeah, just doing some comedy and some short films, stuff like that. But Rodimus put me onto the comedy scene, really.
So thank you, James, for plugging me.
Okay.
So right now I'm doing comedy, stand up all over the city. You can check me out at Think Coffee on Monday. You can check me out on Broadway and fucking The Creek.
What's your Instagram, bro?
My Instagram is badmanrad. My Snapchat is badmanrad. My Twitter is badmanrad. So all badmanrad. And I'm also I also
you synchronize them. That's
I
good.
synchronized them, and I just finished a pilot called Young Funny. It's gonna be really funny. Looking to shoot soon. So be on the lookout for that stuff. So.
Yeah. And I'm Sergio Tupac Usurin, your video and audio photographer guy. You can hire me out for your events. I don't synchronize my social media. In fact, mine was anonymous for a while because I would have a lot of frontline protest shit.
Yeah.
So like I got all my followers are from that era. But
so you're like pissing off Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Dangerous guy.
It was just a precaution. But now it's People's History at Twitter. That's where you can see my rants and raves. Native NY Video is both my email and my Instagram. You can see the stills from the projects that I'm working on. I'm working on some pretty hot-ass projects. And my side project, which you'll see shit from soon, is Turnout. It's a 1-hour cable drama about organizing and the people, on the street level organizing. Like House of Cards, but in the hood, basically.
Nice. And Power for the black viewers. Power.
Yeah. Like Power, yeah.
I love that show.
We're out of time, Rodimus.
So that's a good show.
No, I love that show too. I also love Samuel Adams.
Shut up! Alright, so I'm putting on my radio voice for the end of the show. I haven't had it on the whole podcast, but catch us in the next episode. We're gonna fuck some people up that deserve to be fucked up. You'll see.
It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. This is a good podcast. I think we'll stick with the nameless podcast.
Thanks for having me.
No, we gotta do it like we did with Mike Your Business, where we made it an internet contest or thought about it.
No, because everyone's gonna write like, why don't you name it fucking 3 fags and a camera or something like that? Like, no, man.
That would be awesome.
That's our cue. Thanks, guys, for having me. You guys are amazing. I just
Yeah.
to be here. Thanks, guys.